Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to my world cooking and cleaning. Today I will be making some anjeero, which is a Somalian dish for breakfast. Now we have a night time, so this dish is going to be breakfast for tomorrow. Inshallah, I'm making at night. Some people make it during the morning, but to me I love to make at night because when you make at night the smell is a little bit different. It will smell like fermented, and since I'm adding the egg, if you add the egg while you're making in the morning, when you're cooking you will smell the egg, but if you make it at night you're not gonna smell that one egg. If you don't like the egg, you will avoid the egg, but in order for your anjeera to turn at the back like a bit brown, you need an egg and sugar. So here we have yeast, we have powder milk, sugar, egg, and oatmeal. This is the kind of oat I'm using. It's a quick, like that. This oat I'm only using because I have this hand blender, hand mixer, whatever you call. But if you don't have the hand mixer, you can grind your oatmeal like this. You see, this one I'm using as a porridge, like it's a porridge. I grind it. So this one is for cooking, and this one is for the anjeero. That is the difference. And inshallah, I have all-purpose flour, which is 1 kilo. I'm not going to use the whole kilo. I'll use half. Bismillah. So I'll use that much. It's not the whole kilo. And I have 1 cup of oat. I have salt. A little bit. 1 egg. Okay. I have sugar. This is 1 tablespoon. It's not a lot. Powder milk, I have 3 tablespoons. A bit a lot. If you don't have a powder milk, you can use regular whole milk. So it's not necessary for you to use powder milk, but I love powder milk, so that's one of the reasons why I'm using. Also, I'm about to use the yeast, and look carefully how much yeast I will use for the anjeero, inshallah. As you can see, the spoon is like a tip of a spoon. It's not a lot since I'm making it overnight. So this is all the ingredient for the anjeero. maanta may sameeyo anjeeradii ana sameeyoyna may ka daray 1 xabo ukun, 3 kaalmo algo aana powder ate, iyo may ka daray wax yar oo leewata ate, wax yar asba, 1 kaal oo sokor ate ka daray. Marka inta sayto iska shiidide haddii aad mashiintan gacanta ma haysato oatmeal ka daray 1 koob oatmealna may weelasa shiidas inteeda anjeeradan ka daray. So now I added some water. I'll be blending. Okay. Before you blend, mix it so you don't break your blender. Bismillah. Let me get with this thing. See how thick this paste is. So let me cut the camera for a little bit. Okay, now it is done. So I will use a plastic to cover. I don't want to use a plate or any other cover. I'll use plastic because when I cover with the plastic, it will not spill on the floor by tomorrow morning. But if I use just a plate, it will spill on the floor, so I don't want that to happen. I'll use this plastic and then I'll put that one. Okay, here's our Anjeero. I let it sit next to the sink, so if you want to explode or you want to spill, let it spill in here. Whatever is left over can go in there. So I let it sit over here. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. بإذن الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good morning, صباح ونكسن, ما شاء الله. Here's our Anjeero. Like I told you guys, it did not spill. Once you wrap with the bag like this, it's not gonna spill. So now it's time to fry. Okay, this is how it looks like. So this is the pan we're about to use. The stuff is on, the pan is hot. I have this paper towel. I'll apply some oil into the paper towel, like that. And scramble it up like this. See, you can see the oil that much. Just wipe it to clean. I know this pan is not gonna stick, but see, that's the excess. So now it's clean. If you don't know how to use spoon, use this one. So I'll use both of them. I know how to use both of them, but I like this one better. Let me show you guys one with the spoon, and then the rest I'm gonna continue using with that. So the first Anjeero is always a mess because you're starting with it. Bismillah. That's the beginning. Let me cover it. So always Anjeero, you have to cover it. Cover your Anjeero in order for it. The Anjeera mayai, you don't need to cover it, but this Anjeero, you cover it. So we wait until it cooks. That is our first Anjeero. If you want to wipe, you can wipe it again. If you don't, not necessary, but try to wipe it. Now you can see between the first Anjeero and the second Anjeero the difference. So this is how it's supposed to look. MashaAllah, our Anjeero is done. We are finished with the Anjeero. Preparing for my kids. My children use tea, so I'm adding for them sugar, tea, and oil. The rest they will use meat, inshallah. You can use ghee, sesame oil, olive oil, regular oil, any oil you like, but my children, they love the regular oil. So that is our Anjeero, and I will show you guys for the bigger kids Anjeero too. MashaAllah, this is how our Anjeero look like. We are using some nirnir or sugar. That's the Anjeero. Our breakfast is done with 1 cup of tea or chai. Please subscribe, like, share, also comment down below. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.